Guys, welcome back to another video. This time I'm sharing our homestead and also a tour of outside, the garden and everything. Basically showing you the whole farm homestead. So in case you're new here, we moved from my dad's cottage on the farm. So he owns the farm. We lived on the cottage on the property, and then the person that was renting the farmhouse moved out, so we've now upgraded. So we're living in this beautiful, huge 1856 or around 1860 actually, because the cottage is 1856 and this was made a couple of years later. It's a really beautiful farmhouse, so let's get on with the tour and I'll jump behind the camera. Because we've been out this morning doing a few things, which I'll share in a moment, I haven't had time to actually clean up the whole place and make it look presentable for Instagram or YouTube or wherever. So this is just a real raw, realistic footage of my house. This is sort of always the little bit untidy area here. We've got my medicine up here, we've got the kids' drawings and stuff, but it's always hidden behind the nook here. So we've got a brand new fridge we just purchased. I absolutely love it, except for the fingerprints. Not sure if you can see it through here. I always have this little towel to rub it, and I did try this little trick of putting oil all over the fridge to try and stop it. It was horrible, it did not work. So yes, that's our new fridge. It's absolutely amazing. You can judge what's in my fridge if you want. And the freezer at the bottom. I'll show you the pantry behind me in a moment. We've got so much cupboard storage, dishwasher, just loads of room, a black farmhouse sink. We have got our laundry through here. Huge amount of space compared to the cottage. Oreo sleeps in here at night, but she has free roam in the house throughout the day. In fact, she's such a clever little cat that now she has learnt. Oh, I just bought that picture too. I thought it was quite cute. Again, the hook was already really high. Oh, the door's creaking. The hook was really high, so it's sort of just gone up there and it looks really small up there, but yeah, we'll bring the hooks down. Oreo has learnt, I don't know what this mark's from, actually, no it's not, to jump up here, smack that and open the door. And it's quite a tall door as well. So she jumps up there, gets out, and then she sleeps on the couch with Maggie, our dog, which is quite cute. But it's just frustrating at 6 a.m. because she comes into the house, into our bedroom and meows on our bed for breakfast. So that's why we always put her in there, so she wouldn't do that. But through here is our butler's pantry, and the kids have already raided it. Normally this is shut. It has all my cooking stuff, so like my bakeware, flour, sugar and all that's through there. Keep all my egg cartons up here. You have to ignore the floor, it's very creaky in here. The whole house is sort of creaky, I'll probably say it a few times. We've got loads and loads of storage in here. I haven't actually put anything in here because I haven't had to need the storage. We just got so much of it. And I have started making candles. So this one here is, what is that one? That's Twilight Forest. That's just the smell of it. This one is mint and rosemary. This one's lavender and verbena. And then this one is sandalwood. So I will be selling them eventually, but I'm just trialing them for now. These ones I've already burnt. That's why they look lower than the rest. But yeah, we're so lucky to have so much space in this house compared to the cottage. Guys, I want you to meet Robotti. Robotti is what my son called her, or him as I should say. We are not going with typical gender roles in this house. It is our vacuum cleaner and our mop. It is amazing. I have an app to my phone. By the way, this is not sponsored in any way, I wish. We have an app, and then we just set the room. So we have the kitchen over here. I tap the kitchen and the laundry and the butler's pantry, and she goes off, or he goes off, and mops and vacuums, and then empties it all in here, and we empty the top part over here, so it's got the clean water and the dirty water. It is the best investment I've ever made. So good, especially with me working and teaching. So good. As you can see, the old air vent here. Look at all the intricate detail in it. It looks dirty, it is clean, I promise. It's old stains. So here we have our, I guess you'd call it sort of a games room. We plan on putting a couch in here and removing, there are some shelves in this fireplace from the last people. We're going to remove those and actually use it as a fireplace. Where we have all our books, we need to add more books into our book stand. And this beautiful, I was going to make it sort of an apothecary cupboard where I was going to put all my herbs and everything I use for my natural ways of healing and medicines, but instead we've turned it into the kids' arts and crafts cabinet. Sorry, it's so much stuff. So this is more their little area. I need to get a coffee table for them to do their arts and crafts on, as well as a couch to go in here and sort of enclose that area off that way. And I have a few decorative pieces here. And this is actually a drawing of the property, which I'll show you very soon. You probably would have seen at the start of the video with the drawing footage. Like I said, I have not cleaned the house, especially for this video, so the table's got a lot of stuff on it, but it's real. We always have some English and maths work for the kids to do with us, just to improve some of their maths. This is obviously the dining table where we eat. It's actually a new table and chairs. We've got them from IKEA. I love the placemats. We have another fireplace, but instead this one has the electric fire through it. Never used it yet because it's been boiling hot. It is currently autumn, and yesterday was 36 degrees. So yeah, we haven't had to use it yet. I can't wait for it to start to cool down. I'm not a very big fan of the warmer months. The scenery out here is beautiful. Just putting the camera up, you can see out there. Again, I need to clean the windows. They're a bit dirty. All in good time. You can see the veggie garden out there, which I'll show you very shortly. All right, in here we've got our lounge room. It's not fully furnished yet. We need to get a coffee table for the middle here. I just picked up this lamp the other day. Here we've got Oreo. Hey, darling. We were going to buy some more different colour leather seats. I don't like the redness of these, but they'll do for now. My sister did one of those lock-up storage units, and you know, where you pay the ones that are rejected or abandoned, and then she got them in there and she was going to throw them out. So my dad grabbed them, and then now we've got them. So they're perfect for the animals because they jump up there and sleep up there, the dog and the cat, and you don't see any of the dirt. So that helps. We've got our new TV there. I love the windows in here. I love the way that they slide open and shut. It's just the old style up here. With that, I can't do it with one hand. So open it back up, let the air come through. Another one here, which I'll open up. There we go. We've got the old school fireplace here. We need to fix the mantelpiece. It's on the piece. It's quite on the angle, you can see here. But this is not my decor. We just threw it up here when we've moved in. And we need to get rid of this cabinet here. It was left behind by the people that had it. They asked if we wanted it. We weren't sure. We just said leave it here. We need to pop a area here for our firewood because it is starting to cool down a little. The picture up here is a little too high compared to the wall. It's just where the hook was. I will bring it down. But it was my dad's. I've sort of stolen it. He'll argue and say it's his, but I'm claiming it as mine now. It really reminds me of the man from Snowy River. I know it doesn't look like the guy from that, but it just gives me that vibes, obviously, from the settlement days. Through here, we've got our study and also my online store. So you have to excuse the floors. They're very creaky here. Got these beautiful windows through here. Got my desk, I know this looks messy, but it's actually my Western saddle that I brought back from Canada. I don't have my horse yet, but I just put that over it to protect it from the cat. I don't want her scratching it, as well as the sun. Normally my record player sits in this corner, and I do need to find a table for it. It's just sitting on the stool for now, but we had a big storm come through and we had 60 mils in half an hour, and the gutters weren't done yet, and there was a bit of a leak. All the roof, this isn't just from us living here, it's from the previous people too. And it all poured down, so I had to quickly move everything. All my records got wet. Some of these are my mum, well, most of these are my mum and dad's records. Got a few items here left in my shop. I'm going to be adding more to the shop this financial year, so probably July roughly. Got some of my camera equipment up here. It's sort of my little nook, this room. It's where I do all my tax stuff. It's my shop, my camera equipment. It's where I edit everything, and I have that beautiful view outside of the farm. And then when you come out here, which I'll show you shortly, you can see the veranda, but I'll show you that in a moment. I love the finishings in this house. We've got the old doorknobs here. So this house is from back in settlement days. The cottage next door, which was built around the same times, from 1856. This was built a little bit after that. We have a really, I love this. This area is the hallway, the old, whoops, not focusing, the original hallway. So that was the front door there, and here, and as you can see, I'll open this one first. See all the old door knobs? Here you can see, and Dad wants to keep it. It's a bit hard to show on here because of the lighting. You can see it dips down. Oh, dips down here, and he wants to keep it that way because it shows how much this has been used. But it's a beautiful entranceway. We've got the hat stand. Oh, Oreo, you want to go outside? Good girl, how'd you go? We've got the hat stand here. Just throwing a few of our hats up. These aren't meant to be here. These are some flowers that I bought online. They're just some fake flowers for the wedding. We're getting married next year, finally. So I'll just pop the light on here. You can see up here I want to make a big collage of all of our photos. I did just purchase one which had Stevie Nicks, so I want to put a few pictures up of my favourite artists like Chris Stapleton, Stevie Nicks, Tyler Childers, and then a few photos of us. Obviously we've got some from Canada, but they're a little small for the wall, so I need to upgrade the photo frames and pictures up here, but it will look really nice once it's all done. And then we've obviously got our older Cobras. This one here was my dad's when I was a baby. There's a picture of me wearing it, like a real fresh little baby. That's my old Cobra. I still wear it though. And then that's one of the kids' somebody ones from Canada. That's Tilly's one. Here is the kids' toy area. We've got the TV set up there. They do have a switch. Sometimes they play with their Uncle Ronan in Ireland on there, but not very often. They've got all their toys in here because their bedroom is quite small. They don't have very many toys in there. Hear how creaky the floor is. We've got one of their wardrobes and a few things up here. We've got Tilly's and Riley's little boots from when they were a baby. Handprints, a few photos. There's our old dog Turbo, Tilly's Bibby. And then we've got some toy boxes from IKEA in case you're interested. They're quite good. They're packed full of their toys, like it's insane. I purchased these bean bags which need to be puffed out a bit better. They're a bit stiff, but they're from Kmart. I like that they're a leather look. And then we've got to put a few more art pieces up on the wall. Some boys are just born with tractors in their souls because he loves tractors. Now I'm not going to show you the kids' bedrooms because I feel like it's a privacy thing. I don't want everyone seeing their bedrooms, but I wanted to show you some of the artwork. So I got Riley this cute one, and I've bought him another one as well of a boy on top of a mountain that looks just like Riley. And then Tilly has this one. I thought it just looked so much like her from behind, and she'll be getting a pony either this year or probably the very end of this year. And then this one here, which I bought a little while ago. I thought they were both cute. She has sort of a cowgirl theme room. So yeah, but I don't want to show the kids' rooms. I feel like it's up to them if they want to show things in the future. They're too young to make that decision. So I've sort of been blocking the kids out of the videos lately. They're getting a bit older, and I just wouldn't want myself on social media at that age. Here is our beautiful ensuite. I'm trying to get out of the frame here. It's really, really perfect. The only problem in here is that we don't have enough storage. So we've only got this here and underneath the sink. But the problem with this is this has been through our family so many years. I remember taking this down to Esperance like over 12 years ago. It's lasted a long time, but it's wood and I don't want mold growing on it. There isn't any mold on it that I could see. We need to think of an idea of lots of storage space. I'm thinking a makeup table in my bedroom, which I'll show you shortly. All my makeup and rubbish is all just stacked up there. But yeah, it's really beautiful. These are tiles and these are tiles. It's not wooden, it just looks wooden. Really cool. My dad actually designed all this, so I think he's done a very good job. Alright, so here's our bedroom. I've just quickly thrown a whole heap of clothes in the corner behind me so you didn't see some of the mess that was up here. We have this beautiful sitting area which overlooks all the paddock. I'll show you through here. It's just a really stunning view. Very, very lucky to wake up in the morning and see that. I have started collecting, oh, these are some jeans I need to return for Tilly because they're too small for her. I've started collecting a few items for our wedding. Yes, it's weird that I've got badminton, what are they called? The little balls you hit for badminton. But that's part of the wedding. We're having a farm wedding outside, so I'm setting up a few games for the kids. I've got a guest book. These are all off Temu. I brought some his and her vow books, some things to, little stamps to put on the envelopes for the wedding. This was like some little free thing. I didn't actually purchase this, it came for free. Bride slippers, and then some little flower girl baskets for my nieces. And then because we're getting married in the shed, which I'll explain later, well, we're not getting married in the shed, the ceremony, the reception's in there, we're putting up a whole heap of, what do you call it, sheets up above it all. I'll put a picture on the screen as inspo, but yeah, I just bought some of that to test it out before spending a fortune elsewhere. You guys already know our bed from the other house. The people that lived here before left this. I'm not a fan of it. It is really old. It's not even, this is separate to here and it's not level. Oh, it's just terrible. So it is going. They don't even shut the bottom parts. That's going, but it's just a matter of not money, but time. I don't want to drive all the way to the city, buy one. Then normally you've got to come back and pick it up another day because they don't have it in stock. And it's just such a big thing. So we're using it for now. But it's a beautiful, huge, big room. When we first moved in, the kids said that it was sort of like an apartment in itself, just this room. And then out here, hey Oreo, it backs onto the veranda. I need to clean these windows. Hello, darling. You can come back in a moment. So yeah, I'll show you more of that in a moment. And then through here, we've got our wardrobe, which is all mine, like literally all mine. And I don't have enough space to unpack that stuff yet. So yes, I have workwear, I have homeware, and then I've got my teaching clothes. So I have a lot of stuff. So that was a tour of inside the farmhouse. Let me show you the garden and the outside areas. Alright, here is the main entrance we use to the property. It is, I guess, the back garden, although it's sort of at the front of the property, but we call this area the back garden. You can see behind me here. Today we went to the tip to take our rubbish. We don't get rubbish collection where we live. We're a bit too far out. So we went to the tip and we found a few items that I'm going to spruce up a little. Some for the wedding, which sounds funny. I kept saying, oh, we're going wedding shopping at the tip. Stick with me because I do have ideas with them. It's not going to sound as, I'm hoping it doesn't sound as bad as what it actually is. But one of the things I bought, not for the wedding, is a few pictures, and I'm hoping I can spruce them up a little. I'll show you. So the first one is this one. It actually says it's from Esperance, which is quite funny because I haven't told Connor that yet. That's where Connor and I met. So it's sort of meant to be. But the picture itself is not painted of Esperance. I'm not sure what the painting is. It sort of reminds me of Victoria or New South Wales. It's a picture of some blue gums. The problem is, I need to Google it. I haven't had any time. I can look up the painter there. Problem is, it's full of dust. Like you can see, I want to wipe it over, but I don't want to just grab some baby wipes and start wiping. I need to Google how to get it off. But I picked that up for $5 from the tip. So that's pretty good. And when I say the tip, I mean the dump, but it has a shop attached to it where they raise money, I'm guessing, for the Shire. And then you can buy stuff that's not rubbish, if that makes sense. There is a section to dump the rubbish and then a section that you can buy pictures. I also purchased these ones because they remind me so much of the one I have in the lounge room, which I'll put up now on the screen. It looks very similar, and I wonder if it's the same artist. The frames look a bit, I might change these frames out, but it very much goes with the settlement style of the house. Again, I need to clean them, and they're all chipped away here, but yeah, I like them. I really like that style, the whole Man from Snowy River look. So here is the outside. We've got these beautiful French doors. And then we also have an outdoor shower and a toilet. So it's perfect for when we get married. We've got, oh, someone's left the light on in here. Should not be on. So we've got a toilet in there. And then we have, oh, the door's not opening. There we go. A shower. Not that we need to use this. We've got all that inside, but it's just for guests. Toilet and shower and everything. We've got this beautiful, we've got this beautiful veranda out here. The last lady asked if we wanted that mattress, so we're going to keep that as a spare one. I need to pop it inside, give it a clean and pop it inside for my nieces when they come and when I babysit them. They come and stay, so there's an extra bed. We've got, there's my dad's donga that he built. He's going to turn that into an Airbnb eventually, and then he's living in the cottage now. And oh, there's some bees there. I've got to be careful because I am allergic. Rainwater tank, beautiful trees. We've got some shelters. The last people that lived here had goats and stuff. We're going to use it for our potty lambs when we have, if we have any orphan lambs this year. So I can just easily come out and feed them, as well as for our rams, these yards in here. Here is our lawn. Connor is going to kill off the weeds. There's not much grass growing through here. We've got some grass here, but then a lot of that is weeds. So we're going to be killing that off, and he's bought lawn seed and some wetter and a bunch of other stuff. We've got, I think this one here is a mulberry tree. Pretty sure that's mulberry. Correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't pop it in. The lady that lived here before did. So that's exciting. Riley's got his little punch bag up. I have to be careful where I'm walking. I'm walking in thongs and a skirt. The other day Connor saw a snake. It was a, we're pretty sure it was a tiger snake. Very small one, juvenile one, on the back of the front lawn. So got to be really careful. So this is a brand new shed. We don't really have any use for it as of yet, but when we get horses, I guess we can use it as a tack shed, put all the saddles, feed and everything. Hey Maggie, come to say hello. Hello. You're a good girl. Maggie's such a darling. Anyway, so we've got this shed here now, and it's great because the other day, I'll pop a photo up, we had the kids blow up pool under here, and it was perfect having the shade, because if you remember in the cottage, we used to pop up the gazebo over the top and then it would blow away. And anyway, move on to the next shed. Here we have the other shed. Got a bunch of recycling I've got to take down, get my coins for. I've got heaps more recycling than that down at the shed. I've been using this table to pop lupins in my buckets, so I can just jump on the quad bike, take it out to the rams, because they don't really get big feeds at once. There's only 3 in there. What are you doing, Riley? Helping Dad. Are you guys doing the lawn?
Yeah, getting stuff for it.
Oh yeah. Some firewood's been left, which is great, but we'll probably burn through that within a week and a half. So I'll have to go through that. The bad thing is, in Australia we get a lot of, well obviously snakes, but redback spiders and huntsmen. So it's going to be fun going through that. Hey Connor, remember in Canada we just pick it up and there might be a daddy long legs, but
there's probably a snake in there.
There's probably a snake or something in there. We've got a garden that reminds me a lot of Arizona. It's very bare. We've been watering it, but there's a lot of aloe vera, which is great because in summer Connor gets burnt a lot, and he ends up asking me to cut some off, so that's perfect. We only had 1 plant at the cottage. Here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 11 growing. We've got a lot of hoses, which is fantastic. If you're ever buying a homestead, think about that, your water sources. We've got a hose here which does this whole front yard all the way down. This was 4 vines, but they died before we moved in. So Connor's peeled this part back and Riley's using it as a chin-up bar. He's only 7 or 6, but he's obsessed with gym workout, so it's quite cute. He uses that, then he climbs this. Dad built this to support the wall a bit better. The wall's completely fine, don't freak out that Riley's climbing it, but he climbs up here and then jumps down. Beautiful old stonework on the shed here, so that's where I park my car. We have Maggie's kennel. Oh, we got some beautiful bougainvilleas. Got some lilies popping up from the bulbs. Maggie's kennel there, which is great because she's got shade and yeah, she's not in there very long. It's only when I'm at work. If I work, I've been doing relief teaching. And usually Dad comes over and lets her out for a while too. Now, this is what I meant by, we went to the tip and I saw some things for the wedding. So my plan for the wedding is, or our plan I should say, and it really is Connor and my plan. I'm not really a bridezilla. I'm wanting a wedding that's fun, hoping to ride in on my future horse into the paddock, get married, come back to the barn, or the shed I should say, not barn, that's very American. And we're having, you can see it over there, the barn, the shed. I've stopped saying barn, I don't know why I'm saying barn. Over at the shed, having those big doors open there, that you can see, and fairy lights, and all the roof will be draped with lights and material, and then outside there'll be bonfires, and then I want some chairs like this with cushions, and I'm going to spray this one white. And then these ones here are for my back veranda. We can use them for the wedding outside and stuff, but I'm going to sandpaper these down, get off all the old flakes, and then I'm just spraying them up the same colour, sort of like a bit of oil or varnish or whatever you call it. I'm not a DIYer. And then I'm going to get some cushions, but they're actually really comfy, and I got them from the tip for these 3 for $20, so not too bad. If they don't look great, then I just use them at home. I don't use them for the wedding. That's fine. We're going for a very rustic country look, but not over the top country. I don't want a western wedding where I've got everything cowhide. I just want more of a simplistic wedding. Still nice and fancy, but everyone has fun and can camp the night and have a few drinks. I really like this area. It's always really nice and shady. We've got the big palm trees up here. We've got my rose bushes, which are doing a lot better over here. I've just trimmed them up so they don't really have their roses on. Our jalapenos I've just trimmed up, so new sprouts are coming up, but they're quite low. Forgive me if I'm saying this wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I need to cut this one off so it grows up a bit more and we get a bit higher, but maybe wrong. Can't remember what these are called. I'll pop it up on the screen. Is it honeysuckles? I think so. So down here we have got our beautiful veggie garden. I am trying my best this year to grow my veggie gardens. Every year I say this, then they die. I did test the water last year over at the cottage and it was really salty, so I'm blaming that. I normally put my seedlings in little trays, let them grow and then transplant them in. This year I've said stuff it, and I've literally just popped the seeds in here. So here we've got basil. These ones were already growing. We've got eggplant, you can see them growing here. We've got some capsicum, some dill, which I told you I'm not a green thumb. I'm trying to be. That looks way past its state. I don't know how you word that, but I'm pretty sure I need to clip that back, or maybe it's done. Let me know. I know I could Google it, but let me know in the comments. Zucchini I've planted here, and then we've got capsicum in here. Here I still need to grow a few things. I haven't planted anything in here, but in here I've put more basil. We go through a lot of basil with the pastas we make. We make a lot of pesto, so I wanted a lot of basil. Down here we have got some beds. I need to turn all of this soil, put new stuff in, get it looking good again. I plan on putting carrots, some potatoes. Over here I'm going to rip these out and put some more tomatoes in. And then over this side I plan on putting watermelon and pumpkins, but I need to look at when things can grow and whatever. Not sure what I'm putting in here. Maybe the same thing, maybe watermelon there and pumpkins here. Let's move on to the chook shed. I was about to show you guys the chook shed, but now I've got to go and solve a mystery with the pump. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, always get stuck. Apparently something's leaking in the paddock. So near the shed, like the big shed. Connor's just trying to problem solve it, so I've got to go and turn this pump off, and then I'll get back to the story of the chook shed. Turn this off. Alright, turn the tap off. Come on Maggie, let's go. Hopefully it greens up soon. You can see it's trying to green up. You see the wilter poles up there. Wilter poles are the wethers we got to train Maggie up. Go on Maggie. Oh, it's electric there. No, you don't want to go this way, do you? Because you get electrocuted. I'm going to have to lift you. Maggie's decided to run that way. Oh no, she's down there. I'll get her around. It must be on then. I just tiptoed over it, but I didn't know if it was on or not. There we go. Come on, Maggie. Come around this way. So I know that the trough out here was not overflowing, but it was close. Might be related to this issue. I was supposed to fix it this week, but have not had time. There's the chicken coop. I'll show you in a minute. So there's a bit of a leak going on here. Not sure why is this happening.
I don't know, we just came over to get the stuff and noticed it was coming out of the ground.
Right in the frame. Yeah, I need to fix that trough down there too, because the ballcocks, the float's too high. I just haven't had a chance. Look at all the chilies behind you.
Yeah.
Maggie, come on. I'm not sure why she wouldn't jump through. Oh yeah, it is leaking a lot. It's all the way into the paddock here. You can see it swung around down here, all the way down. Good girl. Okay. That electric fence isn't on. It's not on, and it's never been on since she's been here, so she just must know. You're so clever, Maggie. Aren't you, Maggie? You're a clever girl. We are going to have puppies from you one day, but you're a bit young still. Hey? She's 2 in May, Mother's Day. Come on, Maggie. Are you gonna keep Maggie, or do you want me to keep her? You stay out here if you want, Mags. Make sure someone's always with you though. We've got to have a big bonfire with all this, and there's our trampoline. If you're an actual avid watcher of my channel, you remember me popping the trampoline there a couple of videos back. We haven't had a chance to move it into the yard yet. We've got to have a big bonfire soon. I always see our cat hunting in here. There must be some mice. So here is the chicken coop. We recently, oh, there's our chicken feed. That's where I keep it. And we recently changed it, modified it to suit us. So I'll insert some footage here of footage I got on my phone. Guys, we've just moved house. We've moved from the cottage over to the main farm homestead, which is really exciting news, but we're renovating the chicken coop. We originally thought there was fleas in here, so we bought this stuff. It starts with a D and it's called Earth. I'll put it up on the screen. Turns out they're not. I don't know what they are. They look similar. They jump around. So here's the chicken coop, the new one. And next door we've got the veggie garden. So in here we need to fix that latch up a bit. I need to take this out, tip it out, clear all this out. Get rid of that bucket. We might use it. I'm not sure if the lady that was living here is coming back for it. She's just still got a few things left behind. And then in here, I'm not a fan of all the little hidey holes for snakes. You know, I don't want to be in there and then sort of trapped around this corner. Some people might disagree. Connor and I both just don't like the idea of it. So we're going to be taking this mesh off. Still keeping these here for support, the 3. But just that way, if there was a snake or something in there, I can walk through here. Using these over this side so the chickens can roost. So just sort of making it a little bit more obvious if there's a snake in there. No hidey holes. So we've decided we're taking off this green section here. It easily gets to up to 50 degrees Celsius in summer, and we just want a bit of an airflow in there, don't we? Yeah. And it's a bit smelly in here, so if we take that section off, that'll give it a bit of a breeze, but there's still got protection from the really intense sun and the heat from the sun above us. Connor's taken this section off. He's still got to do this one, and we're still raking up out here and mixing in that stuff into the dirt. Already it's looking a lot better, and we got some ventilation in there. Hey Maggie. And also I know that we thought there was fleas in here, but I've looked now, and I think they're these other little things that pop up on the screen, and that's why I'm letting Maggie in here. Otherwise I wouldn't let Maggie in here. Hey darling. Plus she gets flea treatment too, but yeah, just putting it down anyway just in case, and then we'll bring our chooks over. all done. We're just going to drive over to the cottage and get our chooks.
Oh, this is heavy.
Alright, this is your new home, chookies. You ready? Out you come. Oh, first daring one. New home. We all got a new home, hey? Oh, the door's going to shut. Do you think they like it, Tilly? Cool.
You hear that?
I think they're going to love their new home. Take that one out, give it a wash. You're exploring. Alright, let's go inside. Always have a bit of water out there for Maggie in case she's got water inside and closer to the house, but just in case. Hey girlies, watch out. Probably should bring the scraps out for you, hey? We got some water over there. We have had some trouble with them. I mean, I don't really need advice because it sort of seems to be working, but feel free to give me some advice. Because there is 4 nesting boxes, they've been laying eggs down here and then sleeping up here and pooping in there and up here instead of on their roosting perches. Aren't you girlies? So at night we've been popping these over the top here to try and deter them, and it seems to be working. They've stopped going in here, but they're still coming up here. So I might need to put some little nails or something to stop them, or something on a slant, maybe a bit of wood on a slant. I don't know, let me know, because I don't want them pooping all up there. It's just extra work for me. But yeah, it's quite a nice little enclosure. They've got lots of sun, wind protection, as you can see from the video we did. We took out that area here and you know, a bit more ventilation for them, and then the rain all catches on here and goes down that pipe, so stops flooding. It's quite good. There's lots of wire up here to stop any birds getting in. We get a lot of wedge-tailed eagles, and then the foxes can't get in, so it's quite a good enclosure. Touch wood, hopefully no foxes come in. Hey girlies, I'm gonna go get you your food scraps soon. So this is the side of the carport where the chicken coop is in the veggie garden. Just cool showing you all the old building. I've got the back here, it's getting nice and green because we're putting the sprinklers on it and we've had quite a bit of rain. We've got all the windows through here looking out at the beautiful view. Beautiful big tree, it's stunning, it puts a lot of shade over. That's where we saw the snake the other day, so I shouldn't probably be walking across there with my flip-flops not looking. Probably put the trampoline over here. Don't like the idea of putting it right under this tree. We lose a lot of limbs. As you can see in the paddock there, you can see some of the limbs that have already fallen that we've chucked over there for a bonfire. And then the very beautiful front veranda here. So that's the front door I was showing you before, where it's had a lot of people walking through and there's been a lot of wear and tear. Beautiful stonework as we walk up here. I have recently pressure washed this, but it's still quite filthy. And I did have this looking really nice for the video, but Connor, oh, he's got bloody dirt all over it. I just bought a new tablecloth because the table's quite old. I did eye one up in IKEA that I really liked. But I don't want to travel 2 hours down there and come back and all that, so I'm just using an old table. Grabbed a tablecloth. I oiled up these chairs. We used these other outdoor chairs we had, and we've bought lots of citronella candles because we have a lot of mozzies out here this time of year. So we've got some citronella candles, and then I've popped some pots with rocks in and soil to put these citronella sticks. And then, of course, the good old citronella coil there. These are the some of the things Connor's bought to put some grass in. We don't have any chairs up here yet. These are my uncle's. He's letting us borrow them. He just had them over at the shed. But we have got those chairs that I got from the tip. The 2 wooden ones. I'm going to put one there, and then a little table here. and it's where Connor and I will enjoy our whiskey and cigars, overlooking the stunning view. All these boxes here is a barbecue. Surprised Connor yesterday and picked up a barbecue, so he's putting it all together, and we'll pop that over. That's our bedroom through there, so we'll pop that here. There's my gum boots. Pop it here. It's a nice area to cook and look out at the view, and it's just absolutely stunning, guys. We're so lucky to live here. When I say luck, my dad worked very hard for this property, and eventually we're going to be getting our own place, but for now we're just enjoying it here and renting this place out. Alright guys, I hope you can see me. It's really hard to see in this light, but see myself in this light, but I hope you've enjoyed this video, a little tour of our new homestead we're living in, and be sure to tune in for the next video, which will be more of a farmy sort of video. We've had a few lambs, and yeah, keep you up to date with that stuff. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. It gets me more traction, and I'll see you in the next one. Also check out my shop. Don't have a lot in store anymore, but check it out. There's digital stuff. I even have some McLeod's Daughters prints on there, so if you're a fan of McLeod's Daughters, go and check it out. Yeah, see you soon. Bye.